Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, esteemed faculty and staff, proud parents and family members, city council members, Madam Mayor, distinguished school board members, community members, and most importantly, the incredible graduating class of 2024. It is my honor and privilege to welcome you all to the commencement exercises for Salem High School class of 2024. My name is Kelly Lincolnhooker, and it has been my immense pleasure to be the principal for these seniors and this community this past year. Today, we are here to celebrate the accomplishments of nearly 300 seniors. We are here to celebrate not only these students, but also to acknowledge all of the incredible people that have had a hand in helping these young adults get here today. To all of the parents, families, faculty, staff members, coaches, and more who have all had a part in their lives, we say thank you. At this time, if you will remain standing, I would like to invite our SCA Executive Board President and Senior Class President, Grant Clemens, to the podium for our Pledge of Allegiance and our invocation. Gentlemen, if you would please remove your hats.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Grant's going to come back up and lead us in our invocation. You may be seated.
I'm back. Good afternoon to everyone, parents, faculty, guests, friends, and graduates. Welcome to the graduation ceremony for the class of 2024. I'd like to begin this eventful day with the reading of an Irish blessing. It reads, "May the road rise to meet you. May the wind be always at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face, the rains fall soft upon your fields. And until we meet again, may God hold you in the palm of his hand." Thank you.
Thank you, Grant. Seniors, today marks a significant milestone in your lives. We gather here to celebrate your achievements, reflect on your journeys, and look forward to your futures. It is a day filled with joy, pride, and anticipation. Graduates, as you prepare to enter the world of work, military, or higher education, I want to remind you not to be afraid to fail. As a former basketball player and coach, I often lean into sports-related references, and today I would like to reference one of the all-time greats, Michael Jordan, who once said, "I've failed over and over and over again in my life, and that is why I succeed." In life, we will fail. It's what we do with it that matters. Now, since kindergarten, you have been encouraged to try lots and lots of new things. These new experiences have provided numerous opportunities to take risks, to succeed, and to fail. In these failures, there has existed the chance to face challenges, overcome barriers, learn and grow, and become a better person. It is in these failures that we build perseverance, resilience, and grit. From learning how to ride a bike to write in cursive, learning your multiplication tables, solving quadratic equations, and even interpreting Shakespeare, there have been opportunities for failures and successes. Through your efforts in academics, arts, and athletics, it is through our failures that we learn our most valuable lessons. It is through failure that we discover our strengths, our weaknesses, and our capacity to grow. Failure reveals our character And with every failure, there exists an opportunity for reinvention. Failure also breeds humility. It reminds us that we are not perfect, that we have much to learn, and that there is always room to grow. It keeps us grounded and connected to the humanity in each of us. It builds integrity and compassion for others and the realization that there is more to life than ourselves. Failure fosters creativity, problem solving, and innovation. And it is through failures that the most amazing discoveries have been made. Madame Curie, Albert Einstein, Abraham Lincoln, and Steve Jobs are just a few examples of famous failures that have resulted in amazing successes. Failure builds character. It teaches us empathy, compassion, and the value of hard work. It shapes us into better leaders, better friends, and better individuals. As you move forward, class of 2024, my wish for you is that you embrace failure with open hearts and minds. See it not as a setback, but as a vital part of your journey. Use it as a catalyst for growth, a source of strength, and a guide towards discovering your true potential. In closing, class of 2024, remember that success is not the absence of failure, but the ability to rise each time you fall. Go forth with courage, with resilience, and with the knowledge that every failure brings you one step closer to success, whatever that might be. Thank you. At this time, it is my distinct pleasure to welcome Salem City School Superintendent, Dr. Curtis Hicks, to the podium.
Thank you, Grant. Thank you, Dr. Lincoln Hoker. Good afternoon. On behalf of the Salem City School Board and the School Administration, it's my pleasure to welcome you to the commencement exercises for the class of 2024. Today represents the culmination of this community's commitment to these students that started over 13 years ago. With that in mind, I want to thank our great staff for their contributions to the class of 2024. That thanks extends to hundreds of teachers and dozens of administrators, bus drivers, cafeteria workers, secretaries, coaches, custodians, and teachers' aides who've been pouring their lives into these students since they entered kindergarten in 2011. I also want to thank all of our students' families and their friends for supporting them in their academic and extracurricular endeavors. Their success today is a reflection of your support. And for the class of 2024, I have just a few things for you to consider as you embark on your life as an adult. Number one, to some degree, today represents a clean slate. Today represents one of only a handful of opportunities you'll have in life for a fresh start. You're all about to enter new environments with new people. So for all intents and purposes, you have a clean slate, a fresh start, a new opportunity to reinvent yourself. So if you're proud of who you are and how you got here, don't rest on your laurels. You'll need that same hard work and determination to experience success in whatever comes next. On the other hand, if you feel you could have done better, whatever comes next offers you a great opportunity to become the very best version of yourself. So number two, that's why what you do next is what will matter most. I think that you will find that this is almost always the case in life. Your effort and success yesterday and today have certainly created tomorrow's opportunities, but only tomorrow's hard work and determination will ensure your future success. So don't rest on the successes of the past. Instead, plan for the future and work hard every day to continue to succeed for yourself and your family. Number three, start thinking about your story. Last week, I had the opportunity to spend some time with our retirees at our annual retirement dinner. The thing that I enjoyed most was hearing their stories about their families, the people they love, the people that love them, and the impact that they've had on the hundreds of students over the course of their careers. I want to encourage you to start thinking about your story and how you would want it to read. You're certainly in the early chapters, and if today's any indication, you've overcome some barriers, and you're on your way. Hopefully, the best is yet to come. Finally, and most importantly, always remember that you are not alone. You didn't get here alone, and moving forward, you're not on your own. The people in this room love you and will do almost anything to help you succeed. They don't love you because you're smart or because you got into some fancy school. They don't love you because you're a great athlete. They don't love you because you're funny or popular or ... fill in the blank. They love you because you're family. And we, the Salem community, the Salem City School Division, we love you because you're a Spartan. So if you ever get stuck, lean on your resources. We might not be able to do it for you, but we'll certainly do everything we can to help you figure out your next step. So on behalf of the school board, the school division administration, let me be among the first to congratulate you and wish you the best of luck. We're here if you need us. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Hicks. At this time, I would like to ask the following seniors to please stand and be recognized. Kimberly Benitez, Ronald Martinez Del Cid, Emma Powell, Gabe Roberts, and Nathaniel Smith. These students have all chosen to enter the military and serve our country after graduation. Please join me in offering a salute to these young people. Thank you, students. You may be seated. At this time, our Salem singers and senior choir members will be performing For All We Know by Sam M. Lewis. Thank you, that was lovely. Next, we will have 2 speeches by our distinguished scholars, Lucas Yurton and Libram Purcell. Distinguished scholars are those that have maintained a 4.0 or higher through the end of their first semester of their senior year. All distinguished scholars were invited to present a speech to share with their classmates, and with the help of the amazing Ms. Pam Carter and a panel of teachers, this year Lucas and LeBron were chosen as speakers. I will now turn it over to Lucas for a speech entitled The Arena.
Hello, class of 2024. I'm Lucas Yurton, and before I get started, I just wanted to take a second and ask you guys to just look out into the crowd. See the people who are here, who have come to support you. Try to find your loved ones if you can. Seriously, just take a second and just say hi. Give them a wave if you can. Yes, please, thank you. Yeah. That's sweet. Thank you all for being here to support us. And congratulations to the class of 2024. All these people are here for us, whether directly or indirectly, to celebrate what we have accomplished. That's special. They're here because they're with us. Whether just for today, for the past 18 years, or anywhere in between, they've supported us as we battled in the arena that is life. There's a responsibility in that. We're here now. They helped get us across this stage. So the question is, how do we uphold the honor which they've given us as this part of our lives come to a close? I think the answer is simple, but it's definitely not easy. When I was about 7, my family began to get involved with foster care. And after some time, when I was around 8 one night, my dad got a call about siblings around the ages of 18 months and 4 months who needed a new home. After some time, we adopted my 2 youngest siblings. And now, despite many struggles, I have a little brother who is hilarious, smart, and so loud. And I have another little sister who is wise, talented, and also so loud. But they make life so much more interesting and meaningful. So the question is, how do we, given what we have and the support we've received, live our lives in a way that is interesting and meaningful? I think we have 2 choices. We could sit back and let the pressure or the comforts cause us to take ourselves out of the arena. Never before have we had an easier time doing just that. Or we can assert ourselves into the arena, whatever that may look like. No matter what people think or how difficult it will be, we have the opportunity to live every single day, and we should take advantage. I hope it's clear which one is best. This option requires that we're willing to be in the arena through success, but also through failure, despite the critic. And I promise there will be critics, especially of a well-lived life. It is fear that will take us out of the arena, and we can't allow that. There's an awesome quote by Theodore Roosevelt that encapsulates exactly this. He says, "It's not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles or the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs, who comes short again and again, because there's no effort without error and shortcoming, but who does actually strive to do the deeds, who knows great enthusiasms, the great devotions, who spends himself in a worthy cause, who at the best knows in the end the triumph of high achievement, and who at the worst, if he fails, at least fails while daring greatly, so that his place should never be with those cold and timid souls who neither know victory nor defeat." This lifestyle is not easy, especially in a life that matters, but don't let that take you out of the arena. My parents said yes to 2 kids, despite what the random stranger in Kroger would think when my sister lost her mind over some candy. That is why I feel so passionately about this topic. I know life is better when you own it, and I've seen it. It's not the critic who counts. Those who doubt and judge have no place in our story, so don't let them enter. You do that by striding into the arena. You may get cut, covered with dust, or hurt, but it is far better than neither knowing victory nor defeat. My hope for this class, for all of us, is that we will never even give the critic a chance to vote. For that to be possible, we can't do life alone. We do it with the people who love us, like all of those gathered here. Instead of listening to the critic, I hope this group of people, all of us, will only listen to those who love them. For in the arena are also fans, supporters, and family, those who have a vote that counts. So, fans, supporters, and family, let's hear it for those in the arena. Thank you. God bless.
Thank you, Lucas. Next, Libran will be sharing her speech entitled Beyond the Name.
Having a name is kind of like having an identity. It's what people know you by and think of you by. Interestingly enough, according to Google, one's name can influence your behavior, appearance, career, and even your life itself. However, this identity marker certainly has its drawbacks, especially with a name like mine. As some of you hopefully know by now, my name is Libran. However, rather unfortunately, it shares the same spelling as a famous basketball player that I'm sure you know. In turn, I've had to deal with this comparison throughout my entire life. Is there a LeBron? Is he in this class? Says the substitute calling roll. LeBron, 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 how do you say it again? Says every old person who's ever heard my name. Wow, LeBron, like LeBron James? You ever get that? Says everyone all the time. To answer the question, yes, I definitely do get that. Yeah, one's name can be complicated, and even in my case, incredibly annoying, seemingly defining your life based on a name you didn't even get to pick out. And the worst part is, it's not just your name. Arbitrary factors can easily overpower individual identity. Where you live, who your parents are, how much money you come from, are all things that you get, but are not able to choose. But just like your name, these things are a part of you, sure, but they don't have to define you. Let's look at a quote by my namesake himself, LeBron James. He said, "The reason why I am who I am today is because I went through those tough times when I was younger. LeBron wasn't born into his career, but worked his way up to achieve it. He was born when his mother, Gloria Marie James, was only 16 years old in an unstable home in the roughest neighborhoods of Akron, Ohio. His father was a convicted criminal who was not a part of his life financially or as a parental figure. However, LeBron was not complacent in his identity. Instead, he poured himself into his passion, basketball, becoming the youngest player ever in the history of the NBA to be drafted at only age 18, the first pick of the Cleveland Cavaliers. This wasn't just a happy accident, but the result of his persistent and unending hard work. As LeBron's high school coach, Keith Danbrot remarked, LeBron had a maniacal work ethic and was always looking for ways to improve his game, spending countless additional hours practicing on his own, in the mornings to even late at night. LeBron James formed his identity as the GOAT of basketball by being one of the hardest workers on the court. But more so than that, he had the mentality of a winner. He remarks, "You've got to have a growth mindset. You've got to be able to grow in losses and to be able to grow in wins as well and see the things you could have done better. That's a growth mindset." This idea of a growth mindset is one that all of us should take wherever we go after high school. Forming an identity is easy, but becoming someone who you want to be can be so incredibly hard. But the key word here is hard, not impossible. When we follow the path of successful people like LeBron, we see the mindsets and ideas that help them succeed. To have a mindset of growth, to take the losses in stride, but to use them and mold them into opportunities and wins. That's what makes someone grow into the person they want to be. So yeah, graduating high school will be a time to break free from the nest. It will be the first time you are truly allowed to fly, to be your own person, someone you can be proud of. But this isn't something you just sit with. It isn't something you can just wait for to happen. So, I urge you all to fight for yourself, and to fight for who you want to become, to have an identity you can genuinely be proud of. You are not just your name. You are not just the time you spent in high school or the way you grew up. But who you are is something you're gonna have to find out. Like LeBron James, we can't choose our backgrounds or the adversity we face, but we can choose our mindset and how we handle it. In turn, we can become better than we are now. So once again, I will urge you to fight for your dreams, for your identity, and to never settle for anything less than you deserve. It's time to face the rest of our lives with strength and determination, knowing that our true potential lies not in our past, but in the limitless possibilities of the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Lee Brun. At this time, I would like to present the Yong Q Lee Outstanding Senior Award. This award was previously known as the Outstanding Senior Award. In the summer of 1981, after his freshman year at the University of Virginia, Yong was tragically killed in a traffic accident. He left such an impression on the teachers and staff at Salem High School at the time, they chose to rename the Outstanding Senior Award to the Yong Q Lee Outstanding Senior Award to honor him. This award is given to a student that exemplifies the characteristics that Yong represented: scholarship, integrity, positivity, humanity, and service. This year, we would like to honor Lucas Yurton as a 2024 Yong Q Lee Award recipient. Well deserved. Now, the moment we've been waiting for, the presentation of diplomas. This is what it's going to look like. We will begin calling up each senior to cross the stage one at a time. As each student comes to the stage, you will see behind me a personalized slide that the students have helped create with items that they wanted to share. Things like their plans post-graduation, accomplishments, and activities they were involved in during their time at Salem High School. Additionally, over 100 students were recognized last week at our Salem Education Foundation Community Scholarship event, which is funded and supported by the largest endowment in the state of Virginia. Students who received a scholarship at this event will have a special symbol on their slide. Distinguished scholars, those students with above a 4.0, will also have this noted on their slides. I would like to ask our school board chairwoman, Dr. Nancy Bradley, to come forward. After distinguished scholars receive their diploma, they will also be gifted a plaque and a check for $500 from the City of Salem, recognizing them for their hard work. We now will begin presenting diplomas. I would like to ask Mr. Wilkes, Mr. Bird, Ms. Nelson, Ms. Arbogast, Dr. Hicks, and Dr. Bradley to come join me in presenting these diplomas.
Mariam Akram Saad Abdul Malik. Alexander William Ahern. Jalen Bryce Allen. Vincent Lewis Amos. Bree Nicole Andrews. Taylor Rose Arney. Jamie Awney. Lauren Marissa Baba. Jacob Lee Barger. Lacey Jane Barnes. Kimberly Esperanza Benitez. Maxwell Carson Binney. Harrison Lee Bennett. Grace Ann Bevins. Mackenzie Nicole Board, Distinguished Scholar. Jewel Elizabeth Betcher. Carolyn Alexis Boger. Jaden Alexander Bond. Manuel Alexander Bonnet. Kirsten Nicole Boris. Brooke Elizabeth Bowers, Distinguished Scholar. James Andrew Brooks, Jr. William Richard Brooks, Jr. Preston Andrew Brown. James Elliott Copeland Buckles, Distinguished Scholar. Ashlyn Olivia Burke. Victoria Taylor Caldwell. Juliana Elizabeth Marie Carpenter. Tayshawn Avante Carrington. Cameron Jace Carroll. Madeline Page Cassell. Mary Stella Chamberlain, Distinguished Scholar. Austin James Chambers. J. Wesley Chambers. Lei Chan, Distinguished Scholar. Mariah Grace Charlton. Grace Evelyn Christensen. Kaylee Marie Christley, Distinguished Scholar. Jack Ross Christie. Irvins Cyril. Grant Bernard Clemens, Distinguished Scholar. Connor Aiden Kleinville. Ryan Thomas Coe, Distinguished Scholar. Christopher Sean Cole, Jr. Margaret Eden Collins. Weston Grant Connor. Samuel Thomas Cooper. Andrew Michael Cox. Benjamin Murphy McMahon Cox Nickel, Distinguished Scholar. Anaja Shante Crockett. Quran Xavier Crockett. Wesley Clayton Cross, Distinguished Scholar. Jennifer Lynn Crouch. Andrew James Crumpacker, Distinguished Scholar. Ashley Victoria Cundiff. Chloe Ann Cundiff. Jada Mackenzie Cunningham. Cooper William Davis, Distinguished Scholar. Taylor Vernay Davis, Distinguished Scholar. Mitchell Jason Deese, Distinguished Scholar. Ian Gad Del Cid Martinez. Olivia Nevea Delgado. Hannah Kate Dempsey. Isabella Fitzgerald Denault. Owen Taylor DeWalt. Quentin Maurice Dillard, Jr. Davis Walker Dixon. Jalen Ashley Dixon. Finnan Conway Donahue. Marcus Quez O'Brien Dudley, Jr. Zachary Daniel Easter, Distinguished Scholar. Zane William Easter, Distinguished Scholar. Jaden William Edwards. Blanca Ines Elias Chavarria. Kaylin Ray England. Ria Alexa Archangel Fajardo. Chloe Ann Fetchko. Lucas Paul Fick, Distinguished Scholar. Lily Bella Fielder. Brooklyn Cheyenne Finley. Graham Wyledge Fisher, Distinguished Scholar. Elizabeth Gregory Fleener. Taylor Nicole Fleshman Arms. Evan Todd Fletcher. Ashley Flores Hernandez. Tyler Anthony Foltz. Jason Knox Fountain, Distinguished Scholar. Austin Dixon France, Distinguished Scholar. Caleb James Firmage. Kigna Gamez Milla. Dayanara Malini Garcia Escalante. Allison Naomi Garcia Martinez. Kamari Terry Garner. Caden Berkeley Garst, Distinguished Scholar. Griffin Scott Gibson. Hannah Elizabeth Gordon, Distinguished Scholar. Catherine Lee Gibson. Now, Hannah Elizabeth Gordon, Distinguished Scholar. Madeline Lucille Grayboys. Taquasia Manche Green. Brandon Nathaniel Griffin. Morgan Davis Griffith, Distinguished Scholar. Kiedemann Alhemir Golfin. Matthew Aaron Guthrie. Anna Ruth Haley. Ann Hayden Hall, Distinguished Scholar. Haley Marie Hall. Corey William Harmon. Lakeisha Marie Harper. Christian Xavier Harris. Dakota Austin Hawkins. Isabel Grace Herndon. Michaela Renee Holtzlander. Cameron Trevor Jackson. Jonathan Thomas Jackson II. Ryan Aurelia James. George Caleb Jeffries. Jaden Jamar Jeffries. Dalton Sariski Johan, Distinguished Scholar. Katie Elaine Johnson, Distinguished Scholar. James Lee Johnson III. Javion Taekwon Jones. Shazay Monique Jones. Kendall Dixon Joyce. Aaron Joseph Justice. Sarah Karadzik. Tabia Binte Habib Khan. Jaslyn Louise Kidd. Andrew Jonathan Bradley King. Aiden Clifton Knowles. Emma Grace LaFountain, Distinguished Scholar. Cade James Lakin. Robert Miller LaPrade, Distinguished Scholar. Dakota Marie Lawton Mills. Aiden Taylor Lazenby. Hollis Grace LaFell. Shakira Paige Leftwich. Faith Annalise Lewis. Peyton O'Neill Lewis. Luis Brian Lopez Ortiz. Yahir Luz Valencia. Robert Anthony Micah. Reese Willis Mangus. Devin Nicholas Marks. Christopher John Martin. Madison Lee Martin, Distinguished Scholar. Noah Jeffrey Martin. Ronald Martinez Del Cid. Carter Wayne Mason. Lakin Nicole Mathena. Sorry. Jeremiah Andrew McClure. Charles Thomas McDonald. Jasmine Zara Nicole McGee. Austin Joseph McPeak. Douglas Reggie McPeak Jr. Caleb Allen Michael, Distinguished Scholar. Ronell Corbin Miller. Grayson Lee Mitchell. Elizabeth Marie Moore. Xavier Quadir Anthony Moses Robinson. Matthew James Mosier, Distinguished Scholar. Alana Nicole Mouse. Josiah Antonio Moyer. Trenton Isaiah Deshaun Moyer. Grace Olivia Mullins. Michaela Rain Murphy. Malachi Lamont Nelms. Riley Jean Nelson. Kira Morgan Netting, Distinguished Scholar. Reagan Ubrig Nicely. Rumil Hewart Nugent Jr. Joshua Alua Damilare Odupolo. Jeffrey Scott Owens Jr. Libran Johanna Parcell. Distinguished Scholar. Macy Catherine Thomas Parsons. Blake Edward Perez. Emmanuel Tyree Perkins. Kirsten Grace Perrin, Distinguished Scholar. Tayamum Dean Sahir Perry. Ashley Nicole Phillips. Tristan Anthony Pickrell. Abigail Elizabeth Pitts, Distinguished Scholar. Aaron Connor Popchek. Joseph Lauren Pausch, Distinguished Scholar. Emma Sarah Day Powell. Hannah Ann Pressman. Isaac Thomas Presson. Connor Ashby Price. Austin Bradley Pruitt. Cole Andrew Pruitt, Distinguished Scholar. Wilson Scott Rakes. Mieko Josefina Ramirez. Nidhi Vishal Rana. Andrew Joseph Ray, Distinguished Scholar. Shakur Markeith Reddix. Juliana Egan Redding. Tinley Kirsten Reeves. David Sadecki Reed. Peyton Reese Reynolds. Mackenzie May Richardson. Cole William Robarge. Gabriel Alexander Roberts. Claire Brienne Robertson, Distinguished Scholar. Maria Guadalupe Rodriguez. Nicholas Alexander Rodriguez, Jr. Rebecca Ann Rose. Peyton Elizabeth Rothbort, Distinguished Scholar. Lindsay Nicole Rothkopf, Distinguished Scholar. Karina Rueda Alvarez. Daisy Esther Salinas Antonio. Michael James Santee. Gavin Alexander Saul, Distinguished Scholar. Bryson Edward Saunders. Novaline Alexis Saunders. Zabian Aries Sechel. John Robert Sheffy. Samuel Lewis Shepard. Nicholas William Schultz, Distinguished Scholar. Owen Tyler Shoemate, Distinguished Scholar. Genevieve Renee Seaman. Alexander John Skabinski. Nathaniel Anthony Smith. Maya Grace Souder. Anna Madison Minshaw Spence. Ruby May Spence, Distinguished Scholar. Graydon Cooper Spitnail. Darian Mackenzie Stanton. Mackenzie Grace Stovall. Bailey Kate Stratton. Sinleave Bidef Tatut. Sarah Peyton Tennant. Naziah Alexis Terry. Berkeley Meredith II. Braden Wayne Thomas. Chevy Lee Thomas. Ariana Marie Thomason. Lance Adrian Topanta Sanchez, Distinguished Scholar. Carson Matthew Tucker, Distinguished Scholar. Nikolai Graham Turpin. Madeline Sophia Twig. Jacob Allen Van Doren. Madison Sage Vinson. Cameron Malik Walker. Leo Patrick Wallace. Michael DeAndre Walthall. Julian Michael Warmay, Distinguished Scholar. Dakota Ann Washington. Dustin Jace Webb. Kai Alexander Weiss. Nathan Gregory Wells. Winter Ann Wheeler. Christopher Robert White. Bryson David Williams. Delijah Malik Williams. Hannah Reese Wilson Brightweiser. Cameron Stephen Wimbish. Savannah Danielle Wimmer. Noah Thomas Woods. Caden Lee Wright. Sofia Maribel Yanez Velasquez. Lucas John Yurton, Distinguished Scholar. Andrew Dylan Casey Young. Allison Angeli Zalea Andino. Anthony Zuniga Gomez.
At this time, I will ask Grant Clemens to come back to the podium to offer some closing thoughts with our benediction.
It's me again. Good afternoon, faculty, family, friends, guests, and a special good afternoon to the class of 2024. For those of you who don't know me, I think many of you do, but my name's Grant Clemens and I'm the senior class president here at Salem High School. For the last few months, I've spent a lot of time thinking about what I was going to talk about in this speech. I couldn't stick with any one idea, so what I did is what all of us would do. I went on YouTube and I searched up top 10 best graduation speeches last night. Unfortunately for you guys, I didn't use any of those. But as I was thinking, I began to remember all the years we had gone through to get to this point. I can remember in kindergarten thinking, I can't wait for summer. I can't wait for next year. I bet many of, if not all of you, here today have said a version of this phrase, I can't wait. But why? Why can't we wait? What is so important that we are willing to lose out on this moment right now? This made me realize the true importance of living in the present. Oftentimes we aren't living in the moment. We're not really soaking it in. We're distracted. Growing up, there were so many things that we couldn't wait to do. We couldn't wait to go to middle school and high school. We couldn't wait to drive. And the big one, we couldn't wait to graduate. For the parents and grandparents, you couldn't wait to watch our first steps or hear our first words. You couldn't wait for us to get on the bus on our first day of school and to graduate kindergarten. Looking back, there are so many memories created in Salem and so many other places, many that we couldn't wait for and some that we couldn't wait to be over. Many of you probably can't wait for me to be finished talking. Don't worry, I'm getting there, but for me, I couldn't wait to play basketball. I couldn't wait to give this speech, and I also couldn't wait to be done running the 2-mile for soccer tryouts. But now, these are all memories. These memories made in class, made at home, at practices, at football games, they're all simply memories. So let's all live in the moment before this moment fades to memory. Enjoy graduating. Enjoy celebrating this moment with your friends and family. Remember to live and to live in the now, not waiting for the future. Too often we are looking ahead, forever missing what is right in front of us. We look forward to an idolized thing in the future, and by forever anticipating the next moment, we are sacrificing the present one. By no means am I saying we shouldn't have goals. Yes, dream big and shoot for the stars, but don't let the future allow you to overlook the present. Remind yourself you can wait. Enjoy where you are now. Be patient and savor every moment. We can wait for this ceremony to be over. We can wait for summer, and we can wait just a little longer to go out into the world. Our future will arrive, but this moment right now is never going to happen again. So soak it in. Don't let life's moments pass by unacknowledged, and don't wish away the present moment for something better. The present is the only time you're ever truly living. Enjoy the highs and lows, the laughs and the cries. Cherish the hugs with family and the last goodbyes with friends, and your last moments ever as a high school student. Enjoy your journey and enjoy the present moment, because that thing you can't wait for will be here soon enough. If you don't remember anything else I said today, remember this famous quote: life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it. Congratulations to the class of 2024, and thank you.
Thank you again, Grant. Now I would like to invite UV Singh and Kushi Patel, senior class co-presidents of the class of 2025, to come forward. UV and Kushi, Grant will now pass the mace on to you. You will now be responsible for the care and display of this mace at all academic ceremonies. Thank you, Grant, Kushi, and UV. Now the moment we have all been waiting for. Graduates, please stand. At this time, please move your tassels from the right side to the left side of the cap. By the authority vested in me by the Commonwealth of Virginia and the Salem City School Board, I declare you to be graduates of Salem High School. Congratulations, Salem High School class of 2024. Graduates, it has been an honor and a privilege to serve as your principal. Remember, you will always be Spartans. Thank you.